And we are heading to Georgia, the country. So here we are, somewhere in the sky, on our way back to Houston. This is probably over Eastern Europe because I'm showing you the menu. And so this was the menu for our 13-hour flight. Lots of delicious choices. There were like 3 options because it was 13 hours, and a lot of beverages. And we even got a snack bar halfway through, which is pretty cool. The views were insane. Going to Turkey, we flew in the dark, so we didn't really get to see anything. And given that it was 13 hours, I decided to pace myself by using movies. My first movie I watched was Love and Monsters, which I highly recommend. It's super long, but totally worth it. It's basically about an asteroid that hits the Earth and makes all amphibian or insect life into giants. Chaos ensues, of course. And here we are with meal number 1, which would be more like, I guess, a lunch or an early dinner. Not really sure. Time doesn't exist when you're in there. So that was just the little dessert. It's a little nougat type thing. And there was hummus, wine, water, a little bit of this like cucumber black olive salad. I ended up taking out the black olive because I don't like black olives. But there were also tomatoes and cheese involved. That banana chocolate nougat thing again, butter, a roll, and then some eggplant, rice, and like a turkey patty. And still watching Love and Monsters. Like I said, it's very long. But really great meal. Definitely love the hummus and that banana nougat thing. And we were still getting the great wine because we were on Turkish Airlines. So giving a white wine a try. And then the hummus. I ended up eating it with a fork because there was nothing to dip it with. The salad, tomato, cheesy thing that I gave Matt the olives for. And then this banana nougat thing, or chocolate nougat. We had 2 different ones. I think this was the chocolate one. And it was like a mousse, but like really sticky. So they called it a nougat. Not sure if that's what we would call it in the US, but 100% delicious. And then, of course, the catered snack bar for like in between meals. Here we are over Greenland or Canada. So the reason this was taking 13 hours versus going, which was 11 hours, is because you kind of have to go against the jet stream. So going from the US to Europe, you're going with the jet stream. And the jet stream is just like this stream in the air that you can kind of hijack and quickly travel with. But when you go against it, or you're going the other way, particularly from Europe to North America, you actually go up and then down. So we kind of touch the Arctic Circle and then come down through Canada and the northern US. Meal number 2, it was like a paprika chicken with rice, typical roll. This was the chocolate nougat. The other one was the banana, and another cucumber tomato type salad, but this time without olives. So I was happy about that. And this was the other nougat. Like I said, I can't exactly remember which ones they were, but they were both so good. Like a sticky mousse. So this is us coming down through North America at this point. All the snow is gone, and I'm very exhausted but happy that no one's behind us because I was able to lean back and get super, super comfy in my little window seat. And anytime Matt would get up, I would obviously stretch out. Going to Houston, my ankles started getting like really swollen and sore. I don't know if it was just like, we're gonna rest, but yeah. And then a beautiful little clip of sunset above the clouds above Texas as we are nearing Houston International. It was a pretty long flight, but thankfully had the movies to watch, had games, had all that fun stuff. I ended up watching The Greatest Showman, loved it, and The Maze Runner, the very last one, had never seen them before. So it was really cool to be able to watch 3 movies that I've never seen on a very, very long flight. think I might have watched another one even. Don't remember. We are back. And that landing was real rough.
Still in the airport doesn't count.
Huh?
Still in the airport doesn't count yet.
Oh. We're in Texas, not back. Because now we have to go through customs. Which is like always the longest part. Which is like always the longest part. The walk to customs and through customs. Well, I will say, Converse for the win. They were too tight going over. Because my feet kind of hurt, but then when I loosened this, but my feet swelled, so then when I loosened the laces up, they felt much better. We made it outside. Now we're waiting on my father-in-law to come pick us up because we didn't know what terminal we were at to start with. So, yay! Yeah, well, well, no, I wouldn't. More like you drop, like, you know, if you drop a bowling ball, like that. But it was because, like, I swear, 100 meters above the ground, turbulence hit. So, and you heard the engines like kicking in, like he was speeding up. But as soon as we landed, we stopped. Like it was an immediate stop.
Yeah.
So
it was the roughest landing I've ever had.
It was the roughest ride.
Yeah, it was
Tons of turbulence. Good pilot though. Like he was good.
He knew how to slam it in.
Yeah, and there was turbulence because we went over like Iceland and Greenland and Canada and came down. So much turbulence. Not a fan of turbulence at all.
It's on a big plane like that. You know it's gonna be bad.
And we were at the very last row in the back. So.
Yeah, so you get the tail whipping around.
Yep. But man, it was a long flight.
Well, cool. Welcome home.
Yeah.
She went, no, she was awake. Hi. Hi. You're just gonna sit there?
Hello. So it has been 3 months, a little bit over 3 months since my father passed. Getting close to 3 months since we were last in Georgia, and just an update. We are still trying to figure out his estate because, like I had mentioned in part 1, way back, was that the will, we don't know where it was. We still haven't been able to locate it. So we have already talked to a probate lawyer about how to handle everything. So right now we're waiting on getting a copy of his death certificate. Because he passed overseas, we had to send off for it to get it out of Washington, maybe Virginia, some northern state, because that's where like the national registry is. If you were to if he was to have passed in Texas, his death certificate would be with the county he would have passed in, but because he passed overseas, it has to go to a national center, and that's what we're waiting on. It's been about 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks since we sent off for it. It did say waiting time was 6 to 8 weeks, so hopefully by next week we'll have it, and we can meet with the probate lawyer about how to handle his bank account, any funds he had, and we're also still trying to get in contact with his pension company, like who's handling his pensions, so we can, you know, update them about what's happening, and then they do whatever was agreed upon. I do believe it's going to be going to my stepmom, which is good, but we're just trying to hurry it up because it has been a while. The update, we had a lot of fun in Georgia. We We still talk about it. We've actually made some Georgian food since, because you really can't find any kind of Georgian anything. Being here, we have looked up places and they're more like Greek or Russian, or Mediterranean. They're not really like Georgian. So still looking, but we have made some of our own dishes, and those are going to be in later videos because I have a lot of stuff to catch up on, between full-time job and this. It's been fun because I do like the creative part and getting to reminisce when making videos, but trying to get them out in a timely manner just was not happening. So if you stayed all the way till here, thank you so much, and thanks for watching our journey and our travels, and hope you enjoyed it. And make sure to check out our other stuff because we had a lot of stuff coming. So subscribe, comment down below what you liked, like the video because you watched it, so you should know what you watched, and share if you feel the need. So we will see you in the next one. Bye.